map we're on. It's called No Man's Land, and we don't own anything yet. I am going to buy this lot here first though, because I'm going to take all the trees out. The first thing I've got to do is go into the shop. Go and see this kooky lady. I'll get myself a chainsaw. And the reason I bought this block of land, so I can cut the trees and rocks down and I can build it my own way. There's all of these. Righto, all the trees and all the rocks are gone. I will have to flatten the rocks. We'll just sell this chainsaw now. Every cent counts in this game, but there is a little glitchy here. I'm just going to run up here. As you can see, only the boundary trees are here. Got a complete open map now to build as we please. Build the way that I want to do it. So the little trick is you go up this ladder here, you start with 1.5 million, which is not a lot of money in this game. Hop up here and run and jump. Oh, I missed it. Hop up here, run and jump, and we get another $1 million up here. Collectibles are on this roof here, and that's $1 million. And it's probably about $4 million to buy the entire map, and we've got a bit of farming to do first, so I'm going to sell this block now, and I'm probably going to put the hobby farm in here, I guess. Probably run it. I think we'll start off in here. I'm not too sure about them two blocks. We'll see how we go there. 1.4 mil. Alright. There's nothing for sale that we need there. We'll get ourselves a large tractor. We'll just go with the Fendt Ideal, the Vario 1050. And we'll just get some twins. Will I buy it? Yeah, I guess we are. I'll grab a cultivator. And we'll go with Fendt Green, that'll do. I'm going to hook these up. I'm going to do first, figure out exactly how I want to do this. Out there, so I can sell this land here. I don't think I will yet. I'm going to get rid of this road, so then we're working with the... Actually, first of all, we have to flatten these rocks. These over here. Flatten it a bit. Yep, it's happy. We'll flatten this one. And flatten these two as well. And that seems pretty flat. We'll get rid of this one as well. Still got a bit of roughness. Is there any more rocks? So that's the end of the rocks there. So this is where we're going to build. This is the area here. I'm going to get rid of this road. I'm going to paint over this. Our controller's drifting all over the place. I'm just going to get rid of this road here. Up to about there. I'll put some grass back down. We can open this up later. I'm not going to be building the whole map. I'm just going to... I wish my controller would stop drifting. Just got to tidy this up a bit. Put some grass back down so I'm not restricted by roads and care for it too much. We're in that road there. And there we go. So we might park up here on the hill. I'll have just a little bit of a look around. .2 mil. Probably put a house down. It's 79 slots. That is a lot of slots. Next to that, actually, that one's 15. It's actually not too bad. The first thing I've got to do is just get the grid up, and that'll give us something to line up with. Where did I put that? Right there. Okay. Put the house down first. I'm going to use this restaurant here as the house. Which way's the farm going to be? We'll put it this way, I guess. And we'll lock it into the grid. Alright. dirt under it. I'll just get a basic structure. Right, now I've got to go to farm houses. There's a doormat here. There. That's going to be our sleeping trigger, because this is now our house. There we go. And I'm going to need an awning off the side here. An awning here. Here we go. That's pretty big. Actually, we might turn it around. Just back one notch, please. No, so that'll be our carport. Interferes a little bit, but that's fine. Let's try that again. We'll get our car in there. Now, and by putting this down, it puts all the nice textured grass down, and then we can delete it and the grass stays. So it's kind of better grass around the house, you know. Lay a couple of these out. And we get our money back when we sell stuff. I've got to plough up these fields anyway. Okay. It's only just going to be something really small, a couple of open pastures. Yeah, we should line this up. It is. We'll probably have, that's going to be the driveway there. These two to line up. These lined up. There's a dividing fence between them. Actually, I could have them close together. Of course it would. Some chickens are in the driveway. doggy house. I'll put old mate just here. Right, chicken, sheep and cows. I think that's all we need. I'm not going to do horses. I'm not going to do pigs either. Just put just a small boundary around. We're running out of money already. This is the open pasture. Actually, I'm going to move these over. I think in the middle it'd be nice to have a shared dam, water. We'll just cover up these. Yeah, I think so. And we'll go back to the sheep. I'll just fill this land in. We'll get our money back in a moment. Field out here. Alright, let's get rid of this. So we get our money back. And it's already given us a nice grass texture. Missed a bit there. I don't use these sheep pastures. I like them to be open. I'll just fix this up a bit. All this detailing stuff we can do later. I just wanted to just tidy it up a little bit. And I'll put a dam in between these two. Chickens there, the house, the drive will go out, across through here. So I think right here would be a good spot for it. Get it in front of the home, a bit to the left of it. Give it an unusual shape. And we'll just smooth the edges over a little. Do all the detailing soon. Not too bad. I think we should probably get the cattle on this side. That might be the better way. It's definitely going to be the road. An open pasture here. We'll just open this land up a bit and we'll go over the sheep now. Just try and get this grass good. Right, now we'll delete these. I think there was one more. Yep. It's always the way, isn't it? It's always the damn way. Right, that covered it. Yeah, for the most part. So there's the cows there. Just going to change that a little. Screw it up with the house. Screw it up. That side. Yeah. That might be alright. take the grass out of the bottom there. I need to go and check something. This one here was probably, well, 74 hours into the build. It's probably the most realistic country town I've built. That's why I was going to try something different, but I'm not sure if I'm really going to do that. Just wait for this to load. It'll take about 30 seconds. It's a very, very detailed map. Very detailed. 74 hours. It's quite a lot, actually. It's probably the most intricate farm I've built. I think it's this one. I'm sure it is. It'll skip through fairly quick now. It takes the longest to load the assets in, the mods that I use. I use quite a lot of mods, mainly for building and decorations, just to make it look more realistic. This is worth having a look at. I'm pretty sure it's this farm. Well, it's a town I built. And any second now, it should jump to 100 any second. $95 and done. No, it's not the right one. But yeah, this is not the right one. It's the same map, but this is not the build. Not the build I meant to load, it's the one before this. So I've done like waterways and bridges and all this decorative stuff. Hours and hours and hours and hours This is the pigs over here. And got the mud pits everywhere. I've got tons and tons and tons of fields. I think we'll skip over. We've got an equestrian centre here. Yeah, this is it. So we've got a national park in here. People can come in and park, and then they've got a barbecue area. They've got little huts in here, like this. We've got a boat, and the moat. There's a couple of huts, and there's tracks that run all the way through here. As you can see down there, it splits off this way, it splits up this way. A couple of more huts over here. Little one there. They're just like a retreat. And we've got a shop, an equestrian centre for horse jumping and all that stuff. And this is the main street. We've got the servo. I've put a lot of hours into this. A lot of hours. And you come down, you got McDonald's. You got the bakery. Community centre. Community pool and playground, and that's a little bit of stonework there, as you can see. And we've got a couple of houses along here before it hits off up the hill for the country roads. I've got country roads built along here. I've also got this little community, and they've got a little restaurant and park play areas for their children. And then we go out, and it gets more rural as we go out this way. You can go up the hill here. I haven't looked at this map for such a long time. It weaves its way up, and we've got a tailor shop up here by memory. Yep, and this is the tailor shop where you bring your clothes up here, or you bring the wool up here and they turn them into clothes. And then we've got some bushland, which it's quite nice driving down here actually. And you head down the hill, heading towards the big huge cow barns. So it's fairly thick bush. I'm going to chuck a lefty. That's where we make all of our silage and all that sort of stuff. And this is the cattle up here. It's starting to turn night time now, but yeah, we've got some nice cattle pens here. Nice waterway. They're going for a late swim, eh? And all the cows, they can come and go as they please. So they've got the outer boundary that keeps them inside, but all their pens are open. The bulls should be locked up. These are all the bulls in here, so I only let them out when it's breeding season. We've got more girls over here, some of the girls in there, and they're free to come out and roam out here like they do in the green pastures. Yeah, it's been a good build, this one, but I stopped playing it for some reason. I don't remember why. That's my farmhouse up over there. We'll go into the main town again. Oh, here we are. And yeah, so over here we've got all of our major shops and that. We've got all of our logs. We've got the nursery. Nice little setup here. We've got some little ponds out the front. And bale sales are here. There's the office for the bale sales. I didn't finish putting the dairy in, but I started making the dairy and a couple of blocks of units. And yeah, we've got a basketball court here, netball, beach netball, a couple of playground stuff for the kids and that. it was a fun build. I don't play it anymore. It took me hours to get these roads right. It took me hours and hours and hours. And all the footpaths and trying to make it realistic, but I've got all my street signs, all the speed limits. All these are real gutters, by the way, so if you hit them you bump up them. So you've got the drop away so the pedestrians can walk across, and all the lane markings, all the dotted lines, perfectly done, perfectly spaced. I spent hours and hours and hours building this. And as you can see, the gutters drop down so new vehicles can come in and out. And it's just a little farm. This farmer owns these two fields and this one over here. So it, yeah, this one was quite a pretty good build. It was good fun. And then out here we've just got acres and acres of fields everywhere. This whole map right the way through, just fields everywhere. I think I stopped playing it because it took so many hours to do anything. What have we got down here? That's right, we've got sheep over here. And as usual, they've got a nice big water pond. And it's getting a bit dark to see now. But yeah, sheep, cattle, pigs, horses, we've got everything. And a couple of more houses here. And there's the bridge there, and also over here we've got a bridge that goes up and across the river. Fairly high bridge there, and a track leading underneath. Yeah, we spent hours and hours getting this perfect, and it's probably one of the best builds I've ever done, really, in the way of realism. And, all the roads cut through, and yeah, anyway, it's night time here, so that's the PDA. Look at all these fields, they are everywhere. There should be a grass field, yeah it is, and they've been harvested. So PDA, that's the cattle, and that's the homestead. They're the pigs there. The sheep are over here. I don't think I've got chickens on here. No, I don't. No chickens. The horses are here in the equestrian centre. Yeah, it was a really cool build, but it's also another build I did where I've got 3 towns, 3 separate towns. I think it's this one. No, country house. This one won't take as long to load because there's not as many assets on this one. But all these builds I've done and all the hours I've spent, I was never happy with any of them. I'm OCD, so it's like it kicks in, and then when I'm doing big farms, big fields, I'm like, oh, I just want to build a small little farm just around the house that make a little bit of money off each one and take years and years, in-game years, to start making money. And it's kind of fun doing it that way as well. It's what I should have done now. I think I will do that again, but I'll just build it how I normally would. It's just starting off with a roadway first. It all starts with a road. And then when I do little farms, it's like I want to go back and make super huge fields and you got $10 million within 3 years in game because the fields are so big. You make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I like it more for the fun of the building. When you're actually building it and creating something, that's the bit that I really enjoy. I used to have City Skylines, but the disc is scratched and I can't find it. And I used to love that game because you could build some a really fun city building game, or a country town building game, whatever, however you want to play it. This is also a fairly decent build that I did, and hopefully it won't be night time. It should be loaded any second now. And yeah, we'll go in. Where are we? Midday. Oh, I know where I am. Alright. So we've got quite a few fields here. It's actually a lot bigger than what I realised. We'll take a fly over here. And trees. And do all that stuff. That's why I raised the trees off this map, so I can build it the way that I want. We'll go out the normal way. That's where you come in and out of town. And then down here. And yeah, this one's a bit different. So this is the main town. So as you come into town, you've got the shop, and then McDonald's, a block of units, a supermarket, a service station, gas station, whatever you want to call it, and a couple of houses, and of course an equestrian centre here, and a few fields up the top there, and so that's the main town. That's it. So a couple of houses around equestrian centre and all the things that people need, and you cross over the bridge here, and we've got all the agricultural stuff here. Another farmhouse there, and a farmer's market on this side. I've got the sheep here, and that's the back way into the shop. So this is all rural. Over here you got the cattle. So I didn't make this one as big as I normally do. But, just the two. You've got the bulls in here, and the dairy cows in there, and they're free to roam out here as I normally like to do. This over here is the entrance to the farmhouse, which I've got just over here, and just a little bit of, rusticy, old looking sort of thing. I was going to put some veggies in there, and a little bit of a moat on the back door, make our own silage and that here. And yeah, just heaps and heaps of fields. You go through here and you come into another residential area. It's got a park for tourists and residents to come down. They can go boating and fishing off these wharfs. And a couple of people doing some work in their yard here. There's a pool, a ladder, and a little barbecue area. I really enjoy building games. Just because it's a farming game doesn't mean you have to farm. You can just build on it if you want. As you can see, I've got plenty of bales now. We spent a lot of hours hay, straw and silage in there. There's all the machinery I use. And Yeah, here's the other farmhouse. This is where the chickens are. These are all the chicken coops. Chooks are in the middle here. And there's their eggs. And there's the other farmhouse. Once again, a little bit of a moat on the back door. It's when you put this house in, it sinks into the ground. That's before I built this map, before I downloaded a few other houses that wouldn't do that. And yep, tomatoes, lettuce, stuff like that. So yeah, still a long way to complete this, but I didn't worry about it too much. BGA's over here. BGA and all the industrial stuff. Didn't complete it, obviously. It still needs a lot more work. But yeah, comes in and around. I try to make it spacious, give it a country feel, so when you're working the map you're actually doing a lot of driving. There's a lot of flooded areas that I put down as well, and a couple of fields up there, and we'll have a look here. There's a few houses here with some decent sized blocks on them. These properties run all the way up to the hill here, right the way up to the hill, so very long. And up here is the second part of the town. We built this on the hill, so it was like pretty tricky to do, but it was a lot of fun. Oh, well, that didn't work out too well, did it? Anyway, I won't be playing it again. So yeah, this just wraps around into an S, comes back over here. I think we're going to do another farm out that way. Yeah, there's the old sheep farm. This was a sheep farm originally, and I put a house down and moved the sheep. And yeah, this silo was for the sheep, food and that. Now we've got some residents in doing a bit of their own gardening and stuff. Yeah. Second part of the town here. So another service station down this way, and a restaurant, and that one's a sweets shop. A couple of blocks of units, and a nursery, and the pub. Just wraps around. We didn't see where the sheep are. They're up over this way. Actually moved the sheep up the back here. I try to utilise the entire map when I do big builds, but I just want something small, and use smaller tractors. The small tractors sound really good. You can hear them struggling to pull some loads, or to do anything. A bit of water on the road here and some weeds. I kind of try to give it a realistic kind of feel. So it was pretty fun. And that takes us back to the homestead, and as you can see, this is all flooded up as well. So yeah, it's got your creativity is the only thing that stands in your way of creating whatever you want. But yeah, pretty cool. Try to make some road train sort of roads to get road trains around. But yeah, it was a fun build, this one. That's the PDA. Plenty of fields, lots of stuff everywhere. It's a very very busy map. Go over to one of the smaller ones now, one of the smaller farms. This one, so I built this one from scratch. No money, had to do all logging to slowly make money, and then buy a second-hand tractor, and it I spent a few weeks playing the game legit, trying to earn the money. I've built this map since FS17, Farming Simulator 17. No Man's Land came out. And I've played all the other maps, but I always go back to No Man's Land. I like to build my own maps. Every time the modders would make a map, there's always things about the maps that I don't like. And so I don't know, I enjoy building my own maps the way that I want it. Some turn out good, some turn out average. A couple of them just I don't play anymore. I don't know why, but I should do. That first one we looked at, it's actually quite fun to drive around on. It's lots of hills, bridges, waterways. The animals are spread apart, so you travel from one farm to the next to the next. Where are we? I don't remember this one. I don't remember it. Let's look at the PDA. Okay. Yeah, there's the back way. So we leave the shop, that's where you come in. As you can see, I've taken $1 million off the roof in the collectibles. I always do that. And yeah, you come down here, you've already got a bit of a flood causeway. And a couple of big fields up the back. And we wrap around down here. And sort of silos for everything we need. A couple of more fields. Ah yes, I do remember it now. Some storage here, a couple of bales. The sheep are here. Yeah, we've got the sheep right here. And pigs. I usually put pigs here because these are potatoes that have withered. Kind of, I didn't really do much decoration on it, but you can make it look like a sloppy pigsty. And yeah, then we've just got some grass work, some of the grass machines and that over here for the grass, and really big field. This one's absolutely enormous. I was actually in the process of harvesting. We did 3 rows of the harvest. It's a gigantic field. It's like a quarter of the map. Yeah, it was kind of fun doing this one as well. As usual, the cattle are free to roam and very got a lot of room, and the bulls are locked up until it's breeding season, and we've got too many bulls in there, by the way. Should sell them. A little bit of storage here, and yeah, this was a potato field, and this is the wheat field. It's a really long field. It's big and wide. You can see how many rows are here. They're 50-metre rows. Yeah, it was fun, and I always put it back way into the shop. That's that one done. I think I'll just build something small this time. I don't want to spend another 100 hours doing something, so I'm going to go over here. We'll go back to off-grid farming, and I didn't save what I did before, so I'm just going to start with a road and we'll go from there. But yeah, I've built this map hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. No Man's Land. It's my go-to map. The only problem with this game is you got a slot count, and once you use the slots up, that's it. So it doesn't matter if you got $1 trillion, you can't buy any extra slots, so you're limited to the slot count. So all of the equipment I buy is usually the smallest slots. This shouldn't take too long to load. We're in now. There we go, and we've taken our money off the roof, I believe. No, the collectibles are still up there. We'll go and get them. So it starts us at 1.5 million. So you come up this ladder here, and then jump up here, and run and jump. 50 grand a pop, 20 of them. And that's it. 2.5 million we start with, and I'm gonna clear all the trees and do all the usual stuff that I do. You've got to buy a chainsaw, and I've got to buy this. That's it, that's all we need. What's on special? The same stuff as before. I get a chainsaw now. That's the trees gone, and that's the rocks gone. No need for a chainsaw, there's no trees. Alright, well, we have to use a large tractor. I think I'll just hire it all. Get the Fendt 1080. Actually, we don't need that straight away. I think I'll just get a car. That'll do. Stay on this road here. I put the car here because this is where I'm going to build the farm. Actually, you know what? I'm only going to do a hobby farm. Come on, load. Alright. That's the front door. That's the back. I might just start with Sand Road. Just do a rough entryway at the moment. I'll wrap this around here and keep the road straight if I can. Then we'll go down this way. Controller's drifting. That'll do us for now. So the entry to the farm. Probably put fields over here. Smooth out these rocks here. This one. Done. I don't think that was a problem. It's not. We probably don't have to do this one. Alright, we'll go and do our trick now. Use this sheet pen. Try and get this pretty good. That squared up. Yep, there's the road there. So there, I guess. That one comes out to here. That'll be the end of the property. You see the difference between the grasses. We're getting all of our money back. Wonderful. I might flatten that out too. Just got to go over it a few times. Pretty much gone now. Alright, so we've got our boundary. And we can fix all that stuff up, it doesn't matter, we've got to fix the roads up anyway. And come into the farm, hook around here. So I think we'll get some cattle down. Usually start off with that'll work out pretty well. Just make sure that's squared up. And where is it? Facing us. One to free roam. Right. As long as that road stays square, we'll be fine. So it's just in front. So we can get these guys. One. The reason I had to exit is now it'll only cost me one slot for the same pasture, otherwise it would have been another 9. Try and get these to butt up. Milk's that side, so I'm going to turn this one around so I can get the milk easier. Yeah, perfect. So milk collection points are in there. Go back over. Grab some sand. The roads aren't staying sand, but just for now. Take a roll down through here. Try and keep this straight. Just take that to there. And we got all of this to now put sheep down. There's none of these barns that I like. I don't really like any of these ones. Buildings. There's that old brown barn. Actually, I think it's in sheds. There it is there, is it? No, that's not it. Big old brown barn. There it is there. So you can do a lot with this when you use the decorations and all that. You can really make it sort of realistic. And it probably comes way down here. Sheep aren't going to be that big. Get the barn over here, I guess. Maybe down the back. That'll allow us to put a holding pen in this little area. Alright, now we'll put that on the inside. Make sure they're in. So it's 10 slots. If I go out and then come back in, I can put the next one down. And it'll only cost me 1 slot instead of another 10. So all farming simulator games are the same as that. I think we'll get the next one down here. Oh, that one's cow. I want sheep, stupid. There we go. The collection is on the outer. I'll turn this around. Squared up. Yeah, it is. Something like that. Because it's not going to stay dodgy like this, it will all be completely tidied up. Now we need, oh good, we've got this room out here. Put down a hay shed. And these ones up here are pretty good. Is that one? It is that one. And it's going to come down. Make sure it's squared up. It's out of the pasture now. There's the pasture there. Yeah, I think that'll work fairly well. Alright. It rises up to a hill. Get the house just here. Maybe the driveway facing straight down the centre. Might be alright. Not up on the hill. So we've got to do the gates for when they do their wool. So we may actually, I've got to turn that one around. The wool collection on the outside of this one. Yep. And that one's on the outside there. Now I can put a dam between the two, probably just here. Between the two so they can share it, it'll look like one big field. A bit of the dam. And we'll just smooth it out. Good. One between the cattle here. Milk and milk. Gotta turn these around. And the milk has to go that way. Otherwise going to end up in all sorts of troubles. And look on the outside here as well. Just in the middle here, we'll also put a dam. Nothing too big. Tidy that up a little bit. Still alright to be scruffy there though. Do the same with the sheep. Well, it would stay dirt, wouldn't it? That would be fine. All the detailing I usually leave till later. I'll just get the basics of it down first. Alright. Go and get rid of all these posts now. Got 1.4 mil. I'll get get 20 Swiss on this one. Get rid of these posts. You see these posts disappear into the ground. So it doesn't look so silly. There's some dairy girls in this one. Disappeared there. 15 to 15. Get rid of these posts. Right. We'll put down some boundaries, some borders, some fencing. Finish these roads, detail this. We need to place our silo. We also need another shed. But I want to have room for a pool and all that stuff here, so I don't want to be near the house. There's our bales. I think we'll just continue this road a little bit. A little bit further. Just end that there. I won't worry too much about detailing. I am going to put down a forest. Oh, it had to be out of square, didn't it? I pay so much money for internet, can't even give me a stable connection. It really annoys me. Right, for the cattle, they need a shed over this way. We'll probably do 2 of them back to back. Where is it? There it is there. Whoa, look out. Put his car out of the way. It's not really a good spot for a field there. The fields can be across the road. Right, we'll put some chickens on this side. But first, we've got to do our little cheat of fixing the grass area up for the chooks. Make a nice big pen for them. Is that squared? It is. Take that right to the end of the line there. And now we'll go to chickens. The eggs will come from that side. Which ones did I use? I think it was these. No, these. I have to go out, otherwise I'm putting a few of those down, and now they cost me 1 slot instead of 4. Slots mean everything in this game. You had to move on me, didn't you? You had to move. Alright, so that's just the basics down. We'll get rid of this. And we'll get ourselves some chickens. Open these up. Oh, I'll open their gates as well. This will let them out. Where's the lights? Just here somewhere. There. There we go. Let there be light. I'll let the wolves out. 40 bulls. 40. Straight. A lot of bulls. Maybe that's a little bit too deep. I think I might have to shallow that up. Yeah, they're behaving terribly. Let's just raise it a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So they won't sink so far. That's a little bit better. Smooth that one out yet. The sheep, not too deep for them. .3 mil. Got to buy equipment yet. Got to go back to the old trick again. Sheep pasture. Geez, I only want it around the house. I don't want it up the hill there. I might have to just do my own thing there. Flatten that out, which is cool. Probably put our silo down through here. Make it a three-way. Going to be mainly bale feed, so it won't be all that important. I'll put the silo down first. We only need a small one really. We'll have that just cut off the track a little. And we'll get an extension. And this will also give us our milk. Okay, cost one slot. I'm already about 70 slots up just from doing this little trick. I think that'll be right there. We can do the manure heap on the back of the bulls here. That's going to add 500. That'll add 2.6 million, that's just ridiculous amount. I need a bit more for the slurry. Righto. Do that yet. See, my controller just drifts all over the place. And come back through and do all the detailing here. Doesn't really matter, it's not going to affect too much. Better wrap around. Damn control. Just gonna have to do for now. Now I can go ahead and tidy all this up a little bit later when I get my good controller out, the one that doesn't drift, the one that I use for all the detailing. And we need the pickup point here for the trucks to come in and load. I'll worry about that later. I think this one's got some potential. That's just the skeleton of it all. Yeah, I think this one might be fun to continue on with. Yeah, it's more realistic. So they're not like, even though they sit down there, they're not underwater. That's what I didn't want. Same as the sheep. Oh dear. Completely submerged, it's a little bit deep. Just a little bit. That's not quite deep enough. right from here. Controller's going to go flat on me any second. No, that's better. At least half your body's out. That's a bit better. I'll save this and come back and we'll start doing detailing, building the house and the pool and all that. So from here, just open the house up. Put the fireplace on. We'll have one sleep. No, we won't. We've got to do it. Water and that for the animals, otherwise they won't grow. Yeah, so coming out the front of the property, that's what we're going to see. Cows, sheep, and the chooks just over here. It should be a fun little farm. And then we've got to put down a couple of fields and get some food. Actually, I might do that. That's where our money's going to disappear. I don't think I'll use them ones. I'll just use the Fendt 1050. We'll get twin wheels on that one. We'll buy that outright. Where is, there it is. All the things we're gonna need. And animals. We're almost broke. So they're up the top here. Ah, there they are. Yellow, I guess. Need a cheap medium tractor. 188. Oh, this one's good, but it's really loud. It's a really loud tractor. Yeah, just get an old school one. Go the Vario. Not doing field work, just running around the farm. I'll just get standard. The one I wanted. Not in there. I'll have to go with this one. Front linkage. Go with the knock-ins. No front loader. you later. Detailing for all of this. We'll get some water. We'll go and give these guys some feed and some water. Oh, that reminds me. Field out there, probably one behind us. Do all the fencing, all the decoration, do all that, all the detailing stuff. Fill up the water. They'll have water and food and they keep growing every day. Eventually they get old enough. You let the bulls out, they breed with the cows. The cows give birth. And you start getting milk. Same as the sheep. When the sheep get old enough, they start being able to be shorn. Get the wool off them, sell the wool, or put up a clothing store. Take the wool, make fabric. Take the fabric to the clothing store, make clothes. Go and sell them, make a ton of money. But I just want a little hobby farm that I don't have to spend 20 hours a day playing, just to enjoy it. I've got plenty of maps built. Just wanted something small, and I think we've got that. A little off-grid place. I've got to do some solar and all that. I'm not running any power lines on this one. Completely off map. Completely. And I took all the water. The other way, baby. By the time the fences and all that go up, it should look sort of fairly decent. Fix the shape up. already got the very low warning battery warning on it. From 2.7 mil down to 230 grand, but we're set now. We're going to try and make some money. So usually when I start a new farm, I put a decent sized field down of soybean to make some money. That helps the income come in soybean. The cowshed has its own watering system here. That blue thing there. Its own watering system, but it's got a tap down there, but it doesn't let you fill up the water from it for some silly reason. And this should be enough to do this open pasture. Terrible. You're out of there, mate. I wanted to get an old one, but anyway. Now we get some trolleys and bull weights. Feed. Might even make another little farm over there. Taking to the pigs or something. Got to love it. cows and bulls are young, give them grass. No TMR until they start giving milk. Grass is cheap, get a lot of it. They're almost broke. It's over $2 million. 100,000 litres of grass. Gotta make some money to do all the fencing and detailing there. Oh, geez. Enough to get them started anyway. And I've got to do all the road edges and all the cutting in to make it look more realistic. I always start with sand. Get it some straw as well. Same as the bulls when they're young, just give them grass. Some straw as well. Manure, manure and slurry. So about 50,000 litres. Sometimes I have to drop it in, sometimes I have to go around to the side gate. Well, all their feed and water done for now. But the bits I enjoy the most is the detailing, the fencing and all the cutting in, the painting and all that stuff. Maybe this tractor can pull the water trailer. Pretty heavy. Got a table as well. And the gas. Chicken food as well. The axle. Pick up our eggs and our wool bales. Shortcut. I'll make a few dollars and then I can start doing fencing and all of that fun stuff. Bale shoots down here. One, two, three, four. The grass there. field down, be able to get this is our boundary here. Edge of the hill. Come down a bit, start it here. It won't be any closer than there. I just do that so it's enough time to line the tractor up in a straight line. The implements play up quite a bit. And then when he stops, hopefully my controller will stay straight. He'll stop and reverse. And now we take over. Please controller, stay straight. Please. Please stay straight. This controller drifts all over the place. So when I do detailing and do the actual proper roads, I use my good controller that doesn't have any crazy stuff going on. I'm going to take that up to somewhere about here. Oh, it'll only let us go to there. We don't own that small little farm. A little bit more, a little bit more. And this doesn't matter too much because this isn't perfectly square. I can run it down that way and tidy up the ends of both fields when it's finished. It's going to be a grass field. We can't. I could flatten that. We don't have the money for it, so half of that to that. Take that off there and half of that. We paint it over that road. So I'll probably use this field for soybean. I'll probably take it down to about here somewhere, and then I'll run the grass all in and around here. And that's about all we're going to be able to do. I can also get a grass field here too. probably use this for soybean. We've got 35 grand. That should be just enough for fertiliser and seed. One lot of fertilisation. They need a bank loan. Stop this fella about here. Do you, mate? And I can square off the ends when the field's completed. It'll make it worker friendly. Well, the controller completely died on me, so I'm on my good controller now. Just said it was fully charged not long ago. I guess it's old now. I'm still on the PlayStation 4. I can't afford a PlayStation 5. It's the same price as buying a new computer. Can't justify that sort of money. What we're looking at there is $2.7 million. $2.7 million. Doesn't go far. Then bushes have got to go. Don't want bushes around the field. Those ones are just enough far away. That'll be ploughed down. It's actually a cultivator and does the work of the plough though. I'm going to do a save in case anything happens and we haven't saved it. We'll make good money out of this field. That's actually the chicken pen. For some reason it's got a sheep on it. The controller I'm using now is the one I use for cricket. I don't like using it for other games. Only cricket. Square these ends off when the field's finished and make it nice and square. We only just made that. I'll probably do 2 seasons of probably 1 season of canola, 1 season of soybean, and then we should be right. We can turn this field into corn and start making silage. And of course we'll have to have a grass field, and we can do silage bales up until then. A little bit more. There you go, mate. Well done. Pretty much near our last row now. I want to have a decent grass field on the side of it, so that'll be our soybeans. Should bring us about 100 grand or so. Hopefully we'll just scrape through. Can get a loan from the bank, but I try not to. Square this off. I'll go back from the other end anyway. And then I've got to do trees and all sorts of things, many hours to go. We stay just inside this line, we should be still within our field. Nice squared up. Yep, lovely. just enough to get it tractor down the middle. This controller shouldn't drift at all. This will be our grass field. I can take this right down to the road if I wanted to. I could flatten that hill there, but it's quite boring. Tell you what, that'll do us there. And I'll just do one more. And that'll give me the distance I need to get a straight line running up and down. And when I make enough money from one soybean and one canola field, then I can join these fields together with one pass up the middle, and it'll be our grass field, silage and hay. We should be right now. You know what? I'm going to flatten that mount. Where's the bank? I'm going to get rid of this bank here. Done. Game's a bastard. It's got to miss by one. Yeah, does it all the time. Do some shit. Just got it right. That road cuts back in on itself, so we'll have to watch that. Take to about there. Got to do another outer pass anyway, so I think we should use this one for the soybean field. It's going to be a decent sized one, and get a small bit of grass field going first. Farms coming together. Just creating your fields. You can paint them, but it costs so much money. And yeah, you can cheat money in and stuff, but I don't want to do that. You can cheat in 999,999,000. What's the point of playing a game? What's the point of playing a game? All you're going to do is cheat. I'm going to end this field close to the road. Call it there. Buttery smooth. Buttery smooth. On here we'll do our final outline run. Of course I didn't miss that little bit. Tiniest line. Drag it over. Jesus Christ. It can be a frustrating game as well as fun. Now one little bump and throw it all out. Now we'll use close that field on the left for grass. This field we're doing now, that'll be for the soybean and 1 year of canola the following year. We'll have plenty of money. Run it down and square it off. Should be good. Just enough room down there without destroying the crop. Mark it here. Come on, guys, don't muck it about. Off we go. Takes a bit of mucking around, but it all works out. That should be squared. Oh, there's a little bit there we need to paint. That's pretty decent field. A few bucks in there. Bring this to the edge of the road, just inside it anyway. I might come back from the other way. I knew I was going to do that. Alrighty. The rest is easy now. Just straight up and down. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good money making field. was that piece I saw? Right there. Might have just enough time to fill this little bit here in. A little notch on the end there. That should disappear and go straight right there. Yep. Wonderful. Yeah, we'll make some money off this field for sure. And we'll have just enough grass to keep the animals going. Like 40,000. I can't wait to do all the fencing and all this detailing all through here. Fix all this up. Fix all here up. And do the house. Get a pool and a whole play area here. Nice pathways. And we've got to feed the chickens as well. Feed the chooks. Not bad. There's the cows. Yeah, it's a good height. There's enough room. Excellent. Let this finish the load. Save it. I'm going to save my controller for cricket. Thanks for watching. I'll come back and continue this one tomorrow.